Most of the projects in Kenya, I mean, just try to have your mind go across the country. Look at any project you can identify. I've talked about debt in Kenya. We are borrowing 3.5 billion every day. I've talked about the illegal debts in securitization, Talanta Board, and the rest. They actually are in the plan of securitizing your housing levy for the next 10 years. So they want to take a loan, and the security will be your housing levy. So the government that will come will realize the housing levy was already collected for the next 10 years. But that's not the point I had. The point is this. Of all the projects you know happening in Kenya now, starting with one that we are celebrating, Rironi Mau Summit, it's not part of the debt. It's also not part of the illegal debt. It is another issue. It is your pension money through NSSF that is building that road. So it is not the borrowed money I talked about. It is also not the illegal boats. It is also not the securitization. It's also not your taxes. Talk about a project like Nyota. You must have heard every government official talked about Nyota. It's also not Kenyan money. It's World Bank money. The expansion of Pangani, Muthaiga, Kiambu, Duberi Road is also not your taxes. That is Chinese money. The smart city project happening in Nairobi is also not part of your taxes. That is South Korean money. Any project you may talk about, even Talanta Stadium, is also not part of the debt I talked about, is also not part of your taxes. That is an illegal debt. So the question I have, and the DG I'm sure is listening, where are you taking the money you are borrowing? And where is then the taxes going? Because you'll tell us about budget support. Which budget support? Lecturers are striking for 42 days because of 7 billion. JSS interns, we are still debating about their confirmation. Capitation, the government now wants to reduce school fees for the scholars, capitation for the scholars, and the parents in Kenya will be paying over 20,000 shillings for day school from January, according to the circular that was sent by government this term. Thank you very much.